If you love a well-made rum cocktail, then stay tuned because today we're going to be going over 3 essential rum cocktails that you need to know. Welcome to Cocktail Limelight. I'm your host, Erick Castro, and today we're going to be going over 3 essential rum classics that you need to know. To walk us through these cocktails, I'm joined by Tony Flores, Los Angeles bartender. Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Eric. It's pretty awesome to be here. Finally being in the bar that I've seen on YouTube.
Tony, brother, I'm so glad to have you on to talk about some rum cocktails because all of our viewers out there, they're pretty savvy. They know a lot of drinks, but I'm glad to hear that you're going to be taking us into the world of rum via 3 cocktails that they might have not had before and might not be familiar with. So would you mind telling us about those? Yeah,
so they're pretty much going to be variations on classics. One's going to be served tall, one up, and then one served down.
I like that because, even though they're all rum cocktails, they're all a little bit different. Served in different formats, so, no matter what the weather, no matter what they're into, they're going to find a cocktail that they're happy with. All right, brother, but you know what? Me and you, we could talk all day. Instead, let's get into the drinks. And from what I understand, the first one that we're going to be making is served on crushed ice?
Yes, it's going to be a Queen's Park Swizzle, variation on a mojito.
That's cool. I like it. It's almost like an intermediate mojito for folks who, they've had plenty of mojitos in their life, but they're looking for something a little bit different along the same flavor profile, except, with a little added something.
Yeah, it's going to have topped off with bitters on top, and then just a beautiful bouquet of mint. And it's a delicious drink, but also beautiful to the eyes.
All right, brother, let's make one.
First, we're going to add an ounce of lime juice. We're going to add 3/4 of simple syrup. 2 ounces of white rum.
And I'm gonna pause you right there, because anybody out there that knows a mojito, they're looking at this right now. They're like, wait, this guy's just making a mojito. You're adding some mint, rum, lime, sugar. How's this gonna be different? But I know that you're gonna show us in just a second. So all of you, keep on watching.
Now that we have all the ingredients in the glass, we're gonna give it a good muddle.
Nice.
Then we're going to top it off with crushed ice.
All right, so now that you have the drink muddled, topped with a little bit of crushed ice, understand now that you're going to swizzle it. For folks out there that don't know what swizzling is, would you mind letting us know?
Yeah, pretty much it is using a spoon or usually a swizzle stick, but we have a spoon here. And we're going to just kind of put it right in the middle and then just kind of incorporate it with all the other ingredients. It'll add a little bit of dilution to the drink and then lower the temperature.
Another reason why I like it is that it also gets the outside of the glass nice and frosty. So it's like when you touch it, that you're gonna have something that's like chilly and delicious.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just can't wait to take that sip,
I know. Now that we have everything swizzled up, it's all chill in the glass is nice and frosty. What do we do next?
From here, pretty much, we're gonna add a little bit more ice, crushed ice. Try to make sure it's like a good fill to the very top. From there, we're gonna top it off with Peychaud bitters. You kind of want to incorporate it like all around the rim, get like a nice even flow. After you hit it with Peychaud, then you're gonna hit it with Angostura too.
Okay, cool.
Almost want to get like a nice, like a deep red color.
Oh yeah.
And from there, you're gonna grab beautiful mint that we have here. I personally love to overdo it with the mint.
Same, because it smells so good and it adds so much complexity to the drink.
Oh yeah.
Why be skimpy with it? Plus, it's pretty inexpensive, so you might as well just take advantage of that, right?
Honestly, I'm kind of obsessed with mint too.
I love mint.
Like that's like my favorite garnish.
I like just mint tea. I'm telling you, it's the best.
Especially like on a nice hot day too.
I know.
We're just gonna, smack the glass a little bit. You don't have to smack it against your hand. Just a glass, so also the oils are kind of going to the glass there.
Hey, you just came at that glass like it owed you money.
I mean, shit, maybe?
You never know.
Then we're just gonna add the bouquet here. Nice, beautiful bouquet. Gonna grab a beautiful straw here. And personally, I like to put the straw right by the bouquet. So as you're taking a sip, you're also getting just a beautiful essence of the mint too as you're sipping it.
Also, I like that you grab the green straw, so it's like a little color coordination out there for those of you that, fixate on those things. Okay, brother, I'm gonna give it a sip now, give it the thumbs up. Oh, that's delicious. That slaps, man. That drink is so good. Okay, brother. So you've already impressed me with the first drink. Now, what do you have for the second drink?
For the second one, we are gonna make La Dominicana. It is gonna be equal parts coffee liqueur and aged rum that will be served up with a float of heavy cream on top.
All right, brother, so it's a nice, like, desserty alternative to something like White Russian. I love it, man, I love it. Let's go ahead and have one.
So to start making La Dominicana, you're gonna grab your mixing glass. Gonna grab your coffee liqueur, 1.5 ounces.
I love me some coffee liqueur, man. It's just amazing. It's actually pretty easy to make, too.
It is? Okay. I gotta look into it then. I mean, I'm obsessed with coffee. Anything coffee.
Coffee's amazing.
Then from there, you're gonna grab your aged rum. This will be an 8-year, 1.5 ounces as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it smells
I
good
can smell
already.
from here, it already smells good. It's like the flavor of rum and coffee.
The only thing missing is the cigar.
I know, right? There's no smoking in California bars, so can't do that here, folks. Though I do enjoy a nice cigar from time to time.
From here, we're gonna fill it up with our ice cubes. Then from there, you're gonna give it a good amount of stirs. I always say like 25 or more, but as long as it gets pretty chilly on the mixing glass, and then I guess that's when I kind of think it's ready. It might be okay there.
Oh, it smells so good. Plus, the thing I like about this is, like, you know, if you have, say, a White Russian, you know, it's like most vodkas, let's be honest, most of them all taste the same, right? Unless it's like flavored one or something. They all taste the same. So when you make a White Russian with 5 different vodkas, they all pretty much, you know, taste identical. Yeah. But if you made a Dominicana with 5 different rums, they'll all taste completely different because each rum is bringing a little something different to the mix.
A little bit of different body, different little notes.
All right, brother, now that you got it all stirred up, you got the dilution and water content exactly where you want it. What kind of glass are you gonna serve it in?
You're gonna grab a coupe. So from here, we're just gonna use a hawthorn strainer. And then we're gonna fill up the coupe here. Oh man.
Smells amazing.
And then for the garnish on La Dominicana, you're gonna do a little float of heavy cream. So usually I like to use a little spoon just so kind of like break it. I guess break the pour, you could say. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah, you know, that's a good term. That's a good term. Just basically to keep it from sinking to the bottom. Oh, damn,
that's like a beautiful color too.
Yeah. It looks like one of those old Galaxy marbles we used to have when we were kids, where it just like, kind of starts to swirl.
And there you have it, guys. La Dominicana. Aged rum, coffee liqueur, and a little float of cream.
3 ingredients, brother. Complexity through simplicity. I love it, my friend. Oh, man, I'm loving it so much, bro. I'm like dribbling all over myself. But you know what? Don't judge me. You know, I'm dribbling all over myself, but this drink's incredible. It's delicious. It's weird. It almost tastes like the combination of the rum and the coffee and the cream. It almost gives it this flavor that is like evocative of a root beer float.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. I love this cocktail, man. I love serving it to people. It's great for after dinner, especially for folks who might not necessarily like want to buy a dessert to eat, but they'll have one to drink instead, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, brother, you just showed us how to make 2 bangers that I feel like anyone who loves cocktails, especially rum cocktails, should absolutely know. But I guess there's a third and final cocktail that you're also going to walk us through?
Yeah, so that one's going to be Smugglers Notch, and it's going to be a old-fashioned variation with rum.
All right, brother, just hearing the words rum and old-fashioned in the same sentence already has me salivating. Let's go ahead and make one.
Cool. So you're going to grab your double old-fashioned glass, and I kind of picky, but I prefer a big rock. From there, we're going to hit it with 2 dashes of orange, a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and 2 ounces of aged rum. This is gonna be a 12-year rum.
I like that, 12-year rum, man. We're not cutting any corners here, bro.
Then from here, we're gonna give it a good stir. Then you're gonna grab a orange peel. I express it over the glass and then kind of move back and forth to kind of get that motion.
I dig it, I dig it.
Just drop it in there, and then lastly, you're going to spray it with absinthe.
And this right here is just a little atomizer. You can buy them online for pretty cheap. They're pretty common to buy, a couple bucks. And it allows you to give a drink that mist, that spray that leaves all the aromatics on the surface of the cocktail. Totally worth it. I highly recommend it. But enough of me talking about aromatics. It's time for me to experience aromatics. Let's get into this. Ooh, brother, that is delicious. That is wonderful. You know, this is one of those cocktails that I've actually never had before, but you know, I've seen it on menus, I've heard people order them, and it's like, it's a drink I was familiar with, but I never actually had a chance to have. So I'm very happy that you introduced this to me because this cocktail is absolutely delicious. As, to be honest, all three of these cocktails. Well, Tony, I gotta admit, I'm impressed. You hit us with 3 cocktails that are all absolutely delicious. I feel like these 3 recipes that you gave us pretty much cover all occasions, no matter what you're looking for. And for that, I wanna say, Tony, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. But before I let you go, if somebody happened to find themselves in LA and was like, yo man, this guy Tony, I would like to sit in front of him and have a cocktail, where can they find you these days?
You can find me at the Grasshopper in Long Beach. It's a pretty badass little bar. It's cool. Dope ass team, awesome cocktails, awesome music.
But with that said, I wanna say one more time, Tony, thank you for taking time to hang out with us and for sharing your level of expertise.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. It's pretty cool to just share like my favorite rum cocktails that I enjoyed throughout the whole year.
All right, y'all, I hope that you really enjoyed these 3 rum cocktails, but if you have any ideas for future episodes or perhaps other spirits I should feature, be sure to leave them in the comments below, and who knows, maybe it'll be featured in a future episode of Cocktail Limelight. Don't forget to muddle that like and subscribe button, and if you'd like to dive deeper into the world of craft cocktails, be sure to check out the Bartender Large podcast, which I host on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere else where quality podcasts are found. And with that said, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we will see you again next week.